Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. So, what I want to ask today is we are in between when the Starfield early access period started and the full release. So, I'm curious if any of you are playing it right now, because if you are, I'm curious what your thoughts are. What I've heard from the people who I know who are playing it right now, they're loving it. But these are also classic Bethesda Game Studios fans. They're the people who this kind of a game was designed for, basically. The people who have played these kinds of things for thousands of hours and are still playing, your Fallout 4s, your Skyrims, things like that. So, people like me. So, I'm pretty excited for this game, and I've heard good things. I also hear that some people got themselves a little overhyped in thinking that it's more of like a space simulator game, and I can see that mistake, right? I think the marketing was pretty well balanced and didn't say anything that made me feel like they were pushing, like trying to get more hype than it was worth, or it's not something kind of akin to some recent AAA game releases where they were overhyping it and then not actually delivering on what they were selling. But so I feel like Starfield's done a good job in that respect. But I am curious what people in general think. There are obviously some areas where I think people are going to be a little disappointed, right? You're not flying your spaceship into atmosphere and landing it manually, right? There's a lot of folks who assume that you would be, and that is unfortunately just not the case. So that's one of the things I wanted to ask about, see what we can learn. And yeah, I am not playing it in early access because I didn't feel like shelling out the extra DLC cost up front. But yeah, we'll see. I'll be picking it up on day of, pretty much. But anyway, that's about all I've got to say there. So let's go ahead and get in on Monster Train, yeah? What did we do last time? We're currently on a 211 game win streak, which was excellent. We had a remarkably good Shellsmith run. It was Shellsmith 2, Repeater 1. It actually did something. There was a Wormkin Etchings loop with Spell Chain -1 Alloy of the Ancients. We had triple multi-striking plus 25 Keeper of Echoes, self-infused for funsies. And there was a Horned Warrior in there doing good work with some Spell Chain holdover Echo transfers for some solid scaling. So really an overall excellent floor to be working with, and surprisingly durable thanks to Shellsmith's angle. Usually it doesn't work out, and the reason it doesn't work out is because when you think about a frontline tank, you're thinking about something very different than whatever Shellsmith is doing. He's not bad, but you have to get through the majority of your run with him, and you need a really solid etch loop to actually generate enough health. You have to compare him to something like Cultivating Sentient, right? Cultivating Sentient's not a great champion, but she's still 180 health with +1 draw, and she has some scaling for your floor. That's pretty darn good. Shellsmith 2 Repeater 1 is not that good by comparison. It can support some things, it's not terrible, but it starts at a much lower HP threshold, requires a lot of work. The Repeater Pivot obviously does a good job there, because if you're using any kind of etch synergy, then it can, do a lot of good stuff. Example being Wormkin Etchings loop. Anyway, it was fine. I gave him some crap, and then he actually did a fine job, so that's okay. We're going to be doing some Hornbreaker Prince. We're getting around to the weaker champions. It'll have to be okay, but yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what Prince got for us today. Hopefully it is not too bad. Yeah. One thing I've noticed actually, and I didn't want to spend too much time talking about it, is YouTube thinks that my YouTube channel is tanking hard ever since I've been doing Inkbound. It's like, no one wants to watch you anymore, man. What are you doing? And it's obvious that people would prefer to watch all Monster Train, right? If I put out more of that, then it would get more views. But at the same time, I don't know, I'm just having fun playing a little bit of a variety, and Yeah, I've enjoyed Inkbound. I mean, I still enjoy Monster Train, but the diversity has been nice, I think. A decent change of pace. Hopefully you all feel like you're getting enough Monster Train content, and no one is about to abandon the channel, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get in on this. Hope you're all doing well. Today we are default Hellhorned, default Stygian. We're facing Pushback Talos, Rage Arcus, and Diligent Seraph. Diligent's a little tough, but we have the tools to deal with it. Yeah, Pushback Talos, Rage Arcus. It could be Rage Fell, much could have been worse. Anyway, our start's pretty good. We have Fledgling Imp, Flash Freeze, and Flame. Rage Opener, I'm good with it. Inflame's not a good card, but it's better than a dead card, right? I can at least click it. I don't think this card is very good in general, but the thing that you have to consider is when you're forced to start with it, it's not bad to have something that says Rage 4. So, and Flash Freeze is an exceptional ping. Just love to have it. Probably one of the best in game. So, let's see. Temples today are 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. 5 temples, always good. Dupe on 8 is Magic Side, nothing remarkable. Another dupe on 7. No steel here, nothing remarkable though. We've got an okay magic shop. Good steel shop on 6, got Vortex and Cave, competes with a double money trinket shop, which could be exceptional. We do have the possibility of Founding Seal, Railhammer, a lot of Rage Relics here, Gurg's Goad. There's a lot of good hits. So double money trinket shop is potentially huge if I do not need the steel shop. Though seriously, removals Cave Steel is also nuts, so. Got another decent steel shop on 5. No removals, but it does have a horde. Competes with a good magic shop. Removal dupe on 4. No shops at all on 4 is kind of wild. Means we do get the double both. Yeah. Double steel, double magic early. Forced Stygian banners. Okay. So that means I'm looking for something like a shark and... yeah, like a shark angle. It could be a Siren Floor. But with all of the opening Fledgling Imps and Rage, if we see an Endless, this could be a Brawler Floor too. Yeah, I mean, with an opening Resonant Shard, it's hard to say no. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, opening Resonant Shard, let's go. We get Brawler. Okay, so we're very strong in the opening. We'll take the Divine Boons. We should be absolutely able to crunch these early combats. With my starting cards, Torches and Frozen Lances, there is no draw that gets me killed on turn 1 with Mark of Invasion, so we take it. All good. Even the worst one you have to assume is always the double deadweight champion and then your worst 2 cards. But even my worst 2 cards here get me through, right? And that would be what? Inflame and a Train Steward, maybe? Yeah. We're gonna Prince, Torch. We're gonna just stop all this damage upstairs. There's no reason to take any of it. I do want to play a Train Steward here. It's very smart to do it. Now, I think taking 2 and greeting for Collector is worthwhile, so we'll do it. Fine. I don't mind 2 damage to the Pyre. I do have to watch Brawler's HP, though, but, I mean, once you drop in Mr. Fledgling Imp here, it's kind of huge. We ping on middle, and we're looking okay. We actually clear the floor. Great. Now all I'm looking for is... yeah, we take 2 here. Not ideal, but with double Frost Flash Freezes rather downstairs, we are fine. We do get the kill upstairs as well. Should be chilling. We just Fledgling Imp up here, drop in an Inflame, and it's over, pretty much. The Frostbite alone is going to get rid of this goon, so yeah, no problem. Looks scarier than it is. There's only a few hits on this floor, rather. And with the Trample, it can be a little tough, but we're fine. Welder Helper, pretty good. I don't need a Hornbreaker or Fortify here. Fortify's great for an incant, if I do end up going an incant line. Welder Helper, however, can keep Prince alive with the Endless, though. Right, what you do is you put Welder Helper infused with Fledgling Imp. I think we take the Welder Helper here. I think it's better. I'll take a Crystallis. I don't need these other stuff. Alright, we got a lot of money. We're doing fine. We're going to go grab a Steel Shop unit. Plus 25. Incant Armor 2. Lodestone Totem. Yeah, this wins the game. Cool. We'll click Lodestone Totem here. That's excellent. I will immediately just drop a plus 25 and an Incant Armor 2 on him. I think that's true. I will re-roll this for an Endless, by the way. Incant Armor 2 is going to be more HP over the course of the combat, scales into Relentless. Having a mix of front-loaded health and back-loaded health is wise. And I'm going to re-roll for an Endless, possibly. Yo, Endless is incredible. Can I get away with Self-Infused Rage Imp? Let me logbook here. I need to look at how much armor I get on Prince at the end. He has 26 health. That's enough to set up. I'm going to need some armor generation to avoid passing away. I'm going to need torches to self-ping my fledgling imps. Yeah, okay, so we do the Endless into the fledgling imp here. Yes. Good, great, excellent opener. Very happy to see it. If I'm really scared, I toss a plus 25 at the Welder Helper and throw it in front for Relentless purposes. And it can take stats. Am I actually really scared here? Not with the upgrades that I got on my Lodestone Totem, I don't think. I think we're chilling. I could do the self-infuse right now. It's actually a good idea, right? Because we don't get it for Talos otherwise. True. Fledgling Imp for Fledgling Imp here. Cool, we're very strong. Yeah, nice. What a good opener. I'm very pleased with this so far. So let's move on. And even at 35 shards, I think we crunch this. Yeah, I will take the unit draft. I am still looking for something for survivability, or it could be, I mean, it could be a lot of things, right? You might have considered in an alternative world putting like a Siren with the Lodestone Totem Infusion and waiting on this, but the truth is that that's just one way of doing it. The Rage angle is also super winning here. Our first turn is basically dead, and that's going to be okay. Cool. We are... I mean... we don't have very good tools for this, so I will just incant for the armor and chill otherwise. We're going to get bogged down here, and there's not much I can really do about it. Right? We're going to play the Welder Helper, so it gets shot and dies. I am going to incant the floor to just stop as much damage coming in as possible. Yeah, I self-pinged the Welder Helper to avoid the Ember Drain. I'm going to take damage, and it's going to have to be okay. This is a tough combat for me. I at least get the Inflame here, which I think is worth playing. And then we'll just sap it down and hope for the best. We're going to take some hits, but it's not too bad because of the sap. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to drop... I would rather... We're definitely dropping Crystallis on middle. I think we're going to Fledgling Imp on floor. There's a few arguments both ways, right? I could Fledgling Imp off floor, which does just waste a draw, which sucks because I'm losing 2 cards anyway. If I do it on floor, we actually tick down here. I think it's not really changing much. I'm going to play it on floor here, and hopefully we draw some Flash Freezes or something. Flash Freeze is enough. Great job. Go team. Just that Imp is enough to get us through the combat. We take some damage, it'll have to be okay. Surviving combats like that is going to be very important. I'm going to click this Ritual of Battle because it's a good -2 target. Yes. Hornbreak, not bad, but we have enough pings, I think. I'm going to click it. We're a little expensive. Offering token, hands down. Yes, absolutely. Another Lodestone Totem, good grief. We're never self-infusing here. I'm going to take the Shark. Shark is another good solution to a lot of problems here. Nameless Siren is fun, right? You could have done Nameless Siren infused with Lodestone Totem, or the other way around, and then when I incant, it becomes stronger. But really, I don't actually need Lodestone Totem to have an infusion. I could just hold out for something like a Pyre Chomper, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Shark, which is just a much stronger thing overall. Divine Artifact, yeah, sure. There's only one risk of something that goes wrong here, and that is if I turn 1 Shark and can't play turn 2 Totem. But that's going to be avoided because I'm taking Ember immediately after Talos. So really, Talos is the only scary thing. And I just take Divine Firewall for that, right? Or I take Divine Tempered Talisman and we go strong. No, it's Firewall. We're going to leak something. This prevents me from taking, like, any pyre damage, which is great. And I think I go left, actually. Although an Endless would be nice for Shark. I would take an Endless for Shark, but that's basically it. -1s are even stronger, though. Yeah, I'm actually just going to go left here. We'll take some -1s and chill. I don't really need Shark to do a whole heck of a lot here. He's nice, right? Don't get me wrong, but I don't need him to do anything too much. -1/-1 in Flame. I'm going to do -1/-1 Ritual instead. It's just better. 20 Consume a Frozen Lance is worthwhile. I'm going to spin this. I don't care if there's a holdover I can't afford here. Do I? There's really no holdover I actually want here, is the thing. So I'm just going to -1 the Ritual for an X5 potentially. We're going to 20 Consume a Frozen Lance again, and I'm just going to move on. We'll take the Horde for sure. Cuddlebeard, yo, it's so good. This with Flash Freeze and Shark, they're really giving it to us. Although Queen's Tail is so nuts here, actually. Wow, Queen's Tail is better because I don't have an Endless on the Shark. Really hurting me here. I'm going to take the Queen's Tail. I have an Endless Rage Imp. We're going to take the free card draw, free Ember. This is huge. That's just so good. Cool. X5. All right. This is it, right? X5, the Ritual of Battle, and we're chilling. Incredible. I mean, you'd think I knew what was happening in this. Good grief, you'd think I called the shots. Honestly, this is just how I play the game. You always play to your win cons, because you never know. You might hit it, right? And it's great when you do. Now, this is the problem I mentioned before, right? Oh no, I can't play my turn 2 thing, right? There's a few things I can do to avoid this being an issue. The first is play Prince on middle. That's spicy, but an option. It does work though, right? Although I could potentially get the Welder Helper on the floor otherwise and give him some rage. I think the truth is we just play mid-floor and we chill. Blast this guy downstairs and we're good. Cool. Seems fine. That is an unfortunate draw setup here. That is unfortunate. I think we actually have to... Dang, really? Killing that guy on bottom floor was a mistake because it meant the foot soldier lived, which means that I didn't account for Talos 50-50ing to this floor. That is an unfortunate circumstance because this is 18-20, which does kill the totem. Now, I can also win straight up without Prince. I can just put the Welder Helper and a Train Steward back there. Alright, man. I mean, this is going to look weird, but yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll just drop it in and we give up Prince. I'm not happy with that, but that is what it is. Now, he's just going to ride up, which is not great. You drop a Train Steward up here. We just start with the Ritual of Battles. Now, these will get pushed around, unfortunately, but it is what it is. It's going to be fine because ultimately I'm just going to be Fledgling Imp here. I'm going to draw stuff. We're going to discard stuff. I'm going to rage up the Ritual here. I do want to kill enemies downstairs. Great, we actually stopped all this damage and we are killing our Imp, which is excellent work. Let's Flash Freeze an enemy downstairs, just get rid of it. Cool. This should work out. Ugh, really? Alright, this is going to be fine, because what we do is we do Welder Helper first. Alright, then we do Fledgling Imp. then we do Ritual of Battle, and then we shoot our own imp. And this is still a winning line. This still absolutely crunches this floor. Yeah, we are quite strong, it turns out. Guy has 1 damage, perfect. Kill the imp for me, thank you. Yeah, actually, we're just fine. Oh no, he threatens me. It does not matter. We're gonna actually, this is perfect. So we ritual and then shoot the imp out. And we have so much life on this floor, and we're just doing fine. Cool, great work. Yeah, we do 200 damage in the back. A good reminder, you don't actually need Prince for anything in this particular instance. You do plenty of damage otherwise, so we're chilling. Still took 0, not a big deal. I'm going to grab the alloy. This is a good card to have to keep Prince alive. Oh, guy. Offering Monument is nuts. It's nuts, but it's also scary. But I could do this for a +1 card draw, which might actually be crazy good. It's not a Steelworker. We have enough survivability, and Siren barely infused. The infusion is not that great. Good cards in general. Very pleased with this. I think we snap-click Mr. Offering Monument, because at worst, that's a great infusion for our guy. We're going to take the Fell's Remorse Ember tax here. It is the tax of playing Lodestone Totem. I think we go right, because we want to plan around having enough of these for... Yeah, we plan on having 2 of these for Arcus. Cool, yeah, we go right. This does also remove some trash, which I'm very pleased with. Train Stewards need to go here. It'll put us at 65, but I'm fine with it. We do Lodestone Totem, which is actually okay because... You know, I could infuse Offering Monument now and go really hard. How do I feel about that? Plus 30, 10 in piercing. I don't think I'm taking either of those. We're going to grab the Brawler upgrade while I think. Okay, so we have options. We could go all the way up to 90 shards here, which I think is okay, because it gives us +2 card draw, which is nonsense. Yeah, think about this. We're actually okay. If I go Offering Monument into Lodestone Totem, I think we fully pop off here. And then we immediately dupe that guy and we chill. This is a lot of card draw, it turns out, which fully offsets and puts us ahead from Fell's Remorse. Just move on at 90. We chill. Don't go any harder than this. Ooh, this is a good combat for us. Don't take spikes. It will kill Prince, which would be very sad. And I don't need this relic for anything. Yeah, so it's... How interesting. I think you actually play the imp first, then you Prince, then you Totem, then you shoot the imp, and we do that to avoid the Ember Drain. I think we scale fast enough that I'm... Because then you can do this, right? You do Totem, imp, shoot imp, and now I get to do it again next turn, and this should be more than strong enough, right? We just play big imp friend, we drop in alloy, ritual, and we have popped off in a major way. Yeah, no fear. Cool. Shark can go live downstairs then. Alright, great. Honestly, we're looking good. We got both totems down and everything else we wanted. And you have to remember, we also just happen to have some really, really nuts... I have to kill my own imp here. So we just have some ridiculous offensive scaling thanks to that X5. And with the imps and the resonant shard, our stupid totems are actually also nonsense powerful here, which is super true. Great. I love this because the imp kills itself on spikes, which means none of this really matters all that much. He goes bonk and then we're fine. Cool. Honestly, excellent. And with how many pings we have, I think we're actually just super chilling. I just self-ping at the end of every turn, and it's whatever. Cool. I have very little fear here. Wow, the fact that I can do this is just kind of gross. I'm going to kill one of these guys downstairs. You might as well. But we're chilling now. Look at this. Come on, look how strong we are, even without using any of the actual infusion power here. You shoot one guy in the back. I think we lose the imp and then immediately kill the boss. Yeah, no problem. 90 shards, no issues whatsoever. Cool. I feel excellent about this run. Impressive is an okay card. Tiresome Climb is actually straight up not needed here, I don't think. It's not a bad card to take in general, but I really just need to play more Ritual of Battles and we're chilling. So we skip that. I'm good with it. I will 100%, however, click Unnamed Tome. That's good. The X5, by the way, also offsets Seraph the Diligent in a big way, which is nice. Divine Rules of Containment kind of free kills Ring 5. I'll take that trade, yeah? Yeah, that's really good against Sycophants and a couple other things. I found that I've taken a lot more of these Divine Rules of Containment lately. I don't actually think they're, necessary. Usually I skip them, but sometimes they just guarantee a combat, and that's worth 25 gold. Not that I'm ever scared of the combat, right? Like, I think I win Ring 5 anyway, but if it lets me take a trial or be a little more aggressive on shards, it's worth it. I think that's something I've picked up from Trainwrecks. Anyway, we're going to remove some more trash units. The Train Stewards have been remarkably difficult to play, and -1s still remain excellent. We're just going to make stuff free, pretty much. Anything that I can make free, I want to be free. So, like, Inflame gets it, for sure. I really should have looked for a -2 first. I didn't get punished, but that's good. That's good for me. Tenon Piercing, I don't know, whatever. None of that actually matters. We're going to reroll for a -1. It's the best thing here. Now, I could do Eternal Stone, Alloy, -2. It's not in the shop. I don't know why I didn't mention it. We'll make Inflame free here. And 20 consume another Frozen Lands, which is a better way of removing things in this particular run because of the power of Diligent. I'll trade health here for a relic, sure. Yeah, Tempered Talisman is not incredible, but it's good. I'll take it. Always happy. I think we kind of just chill here until such point that we feel the need to dupe something or whatever. Maybe they'll eventually show us. I'll take like money or a relic at some point. I have a lot of late game temples, so I think we're just fine. I'm going to walk in with 90 on this next combat, and I think we cruise. I could buy a removal, actually. Is that worth it? We could Dumpster Shark. I don't think I need him. He's kind of fallen out of favor here with the Offering Monument card draw. Seriously, though, drawing this many cards a turn is nonsense. It's really strong. There was a universe where I was imagining having to rely a lot more on Shark for killing floors, but because I draw so much, I can much more easily incant floors to 0 and then just walk them to the pyre. And we're going to do so much damage that I'm not as afraid of Spike's boss or whatever. As long as I can get some survivability on Prince, which I will be able to do thanks to Inflame, which at least applies 5 armor. It's more than 0. I think we chill. What am I at? 4, 7, 10, 13, 17, 20, 23. I can remove spells and be fine. I think we dump as many Frozen Lances as we can get away with then. Yeah, the pings are stronger. We'll move on. You may as well remove. I don't really need Steel Shops. Arc of Invasion is just straight up free. Thanks to Divine whatever the heck it is. All of them just pass away. Alright, so I do have to take the Ember Drain here, and that is going to be okay. We'll clear it, however, so I'm not afraid. We get all of the stuff we want. It is going to... Yeah, we get the delayed turn here, where it's like, okay, I can't really do anything but play my other Lodestone Totem. Chilling. It could be much worse, right? I could be in a much worse situation. We just incant to the best of our ability here. I actually think we stop all this damage altogether with a Crystallis. Man, yikes. This next floor is rough looking, huh? I could sap them down to 4. This floor's not dying, right? Good grief. I'm afraid, I'm thinking I have to maybe Crystallis middle to open up this Clipped Guardian to my Prince. Now, obviously, I could incant upstairs, right? With the torches that pop out these enemies. But what am I drawing into? If I hit 1 ping, how many pings are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 11. It's possible I draw none of them. Not very likely. It's pretty unlikely. Actually, I'm guaranteed because then I would draw an imp and the imp would draw me at least 1. So I at least always open up 1 hit to the back line. So I think we chill. In that case, I think we are actually full cruising here. Yes, I believe that to be true. So I'll just greed, I think. We go the ritual route. I ping 1 of these guys out and we take 2 on the floor. I've always got the extra unnamed tome here, which could be good for a free extra incant when needed. Yeah, I mean, this chills, right? You see the problem though, right? 3 hits, bop, bop, bop. You could potentially get around it by ritualing in the front, but I think the better solution is just Frozen Lance out a guy and then we win no matter what. And this floor should do 0 to me now. Cool. Great work, in fact. I will continue incanting, however. There's no reason not to take the 2 armor here. So, sure. And then we draw the imp here, and we're guaranteed free out. Great work. Go team. Play out Frozen Lances. We are going to... We kill 1 enemy, and then the other one will shoot my imp, which makes it good. Perfect. Phew. Alright, great work. And then we easy win this boss. I have no fear. I am going to unnamed tone downstairs as a result, because it's good to stop that extinguish right there. I will play the shark probably. Probably is correct. We reduced them down to 0, so I have to shoot the imp out. Yeah, you may as well play the Titan Sentry. He does at least something, which is good. He kills the front guy. It's enough frostbite that I'm not too pressed about it. Imp drops in. We're just going to draw past whatever we can. I am going to ultimately shoot my own imp. It's a good idea. Big ritual energy. Great work. Cool. Good stuff. We just kind of incant this guy as low as we physically can. And he doesn't even swing and then just immediately passes away. Seems good. There are some bosses here that present a little bit of a threat. An example might be the boss on Ring 7 that starts with Rage, the General. One Horn's Tome is kind of interesting. I think we could actually play it. An extra hit is probably really good. Battering Ram does also just kill a guy, though, which is kind of neat. I think we take the One Horn's Tome. I think we get away with that. And I'm going to grab Preserve because it's a free card. It's a free incant on the turn that I want it, which I like. And I have the card draw for this. So I think we now can get away with double money Trinket Shop. And then I'm going to just... because I have nothing really to remove other than a Frozen Lance, possibly. So we'll go left, double money Trinket Shop this. See what we hit. Railhammer is nonsense. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to click Railhammer and win at this point. I don't even need the money anymore. I just found it off the top. This means that even if I did somehow lose Prince, we could win Relentless off the back of Lodestone Totem having infinite HP, pretty much. This also loads up Alloy of the Ancients and Inflame, and also gives some base health to Prince, which is cool. So, great stuff. Just great stuff overall. I'm straight up not going to take this money. I mean, I guess I might as well, right? Ah, why not? Does not matter. It's not like I can re-roll this, though. Rage Decaying? I'm not afraid of Rage Decaying. I think removing cards is probably a better call here. Just blast the last Frozen Lance. Although I actually think the right blast here is probably the Shark. He's not bad, but he's not doing anything, and he does slow me down. We've evolved past him, and that's okay. Alright, goodbye, my friend. Worthwhile. Alright, moving on. I never feel bad taking a Shark and removing him later, because sometimes that is just what he needs to do for you to win the run, and I'm super okay with it. We didn't get a ping, so I can't do the stupid self-ping imp thing, but I'm going to take Prince. We're going to do it at least. I'm going to at least play the imp, because it's good to do it. You know, top decking the Offering Monument guy was a risk. Straight up was a risk. I thought about it and I didn't even comment on it because I had 26 bloody cards. The likelihood of it happening was very slim, and yet it happened. So there's that. Yikes. We should be okay, right? We should be okay. Now, I kind of want to avoid incanting too hard and just take this 9 here. I'll ping a guy out on middle, then I'm going to blast a couple dudes downstairs, and I'm going to preserve the One Horn's Tome here for later. We clear the floor, so I'm not really scared, and we get 123 through, so it's not that bad. This is going to be Fledgling Imp. We incant for sure. I thought about doing the Welder Helper, but I decided against it. I want to play the other Lodestone Totem when I draw into him, so we blast here. I think we just keep the incant going. It's a lot of armor. You may as well, right? Cool. Now, don't incant any further. I'm going to play out Mr. Imp just to get rid of him. I want to make sure that Imp dies. He needed to take the 1 damage, so cool. Fortunately, we draw so fast that I'm actually not very afraid of possibly missing here, right? There's obviously always a risk, but in this particular case, I don't think the risk is real. Yeah, I think we're just chilling. Alright, he comes up here. That's okay. Play Fledgling Imp first because you might draw into your pal. We're chilling. I'm pushing a nonsense amount of damage through right now, which is good, as it turns out. I'm also going to Unnamed Tome on this floor because it pushes sap through to the boss, which I'm okay with, which is perfect, I think. Yeah, 1 round like that on the boss is kind of guaranteed win, so that's nice. We drop Fledgling Imp first because it dies, which is great. Then we play the Offering Monument. Then we sap. And then I take the Weight of Contrition out because the death is perfect here. Yes. Now I am going to eventually... I don't think I really can play out this One Horn's Tome in this combat, but what I will be able to do is, eventually anyway, I can give it a -1 or something, and that will be good. This is, I mean, if this is all you do on your whole run, though, is just, okay, I'm going to drop like 80 rage in my back floor, and then just cruise, then we easy win from this position, right? I can't imagine how this loses, ever. So yeah, he does 1 bonk and then passes away. So that's perfect. Truly excellent. Dark Deal is... it would have been better if I didn't have Tempered Talisman, but it's still pretty darn good. It's free. The problem is I don't have the HP to really sustain 8 damage. I think we skipped this guy, sadly. Reinforce, I'm acknowledging it, but I don't need it. If I had any concerns, they went away when I got Railhammer. Card draw? This is the point where I go, is 7 enough, or do I want an 8? 8th card. 8th card. Man, it's tough because I'm at the stage where more card draw just results in I draw things I can't play. Is it double Ember? It might be, actually. I actually think it is. With 7 card draw, I'm drawing fast enough, and the imp even replaces itself. I don't need space. We're chilling with what we have. I'm going to take double Ember, which is surprising. It's very rare that I consider double Ember to be correct. I'm going to not dupe here. I'm going to the magic shop. Again, things I can make free are always worth it. A little late for Capricious Reflection. Titan's Claws, actually, the wild synergy between Preserve, Titan's Claw, and One Horn's Tome makes it straight up extremely playable. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's a free multi-strike right there. Which we will always happily take. Intrinsic is possibly nice. Intrinsic Preserve removes any chance of us missing our second Lodestone Totem, which makes this just straight up the super most correct choice possible. And I think we just chill on shards from here, right? Which is awesome. 20 consume a Frozen Lance. Good, get it out of here. I'm going to -1 some... I don't even need a -1, the One Horn's Tome. I'm going to make Crystallis free, I guess. Sure. Free Crystallis, let's go. Permafrost is also there, which is the other solution if I hadn't seen the Preserve, but I did, so I just don't care. Plus 10s? I don't need this, right? No, I don't care. Save my money, move on. I'll probably buy a removal or something, and we cruise. I don't think this is going to be, yeah, this guy right here. General, whatever your name is. Winged General, Wingless General, Neffel, sure. I don't think he actually threatens me, but something to be considerate of. Now, Conduits plus Aggressive Amulet is not messing around, genuinely. I think we get away with it thanks to Railhammer, but this is actually scary, so don't disrespect. What do we get? It's Prince... Totem. I'm going to play the Imp. Oh man, they gave us both Imps. Good grief. I am going to just play the stronger Imp middle. He'll die before it matters, which is good. My goal will be to shoot out the other Imp, which I like. Yeah, okay, here's the deal. We go... I guess we don't have to ping the Imp, really? I'm still going to do it, though, right? There's no reason not to. I can't get the Collector. I can get the Collector. I changed my mind. I want money. Incredible. And now I just need a ping and we're fine. Cool, we are fine. Ping out the Imp. Play the Fledgling Imp. Alloy needs to go into our guy in back. I think that's super important. Ritual is good here. The Imp attacks into spikes, so I think we are okay if I simply drop them to 0 here. Okay, and we sit on Unnamed Tome Preserve, and we're fine. Okay, seems good. I think we've got this, as long as I play intelligently. We are going to preserve on this turn on the One Horn's Tome. I am going to attempt to sap things to nothing. I don't think there's a chance we drop this 28/2 to nothing, so we're just going to shoot him instead, and that's going to be good. And that works out perfectly, actually. Let's ping out one of the guys on middle now, actually. We chill on this. We're good. We clear the floor, good. One Horn's Tome becomes free, which is great. I am just going to straight up play it here. Good stuff, good stuff. The Extinguish is sufficient to kill the front friend. I guess I can actually just shoot it out, though, and we're fine. True, true. I'm a little afraid of Mr. 33/2 on middle floor, so let's just shoot him to death real quick. And then I think we move on. I'm going to save Unnamed Tome, by the way, for the Neffel turn. It gives me a lot of oomph on an important turn. Although I'm not actually afraid. We do like literally 1,000 damage right now. So we are actually super okay. Because normally what I would do is I'd actually preserve a dead weight, but I want to save the preserve for the boss turn. Yes. Imp. Torch the Imp. Inflame. I'm going to try to shoot out the conduit here because I think I have a healthy fear of the boss having multi-strike. I can think of it being... I can think of worse things to have to deal with here, but that does still seem, suboptimal maybe. That's pretty good. I think I'm happy with it. And then we literally play our whole hand out, and this is good. Cool. We actually did a great job there. And we one-turn the boss, so no fear. Cool. I think we have a win here. Second Inflame is terrible. This card is actually very bad, and I've invested so much into my current one to make it passable. I'm just going to skip here. Preserve Drain is a nice card to grab, actually, right? Magic Shop, I make it 0 cost. It accelerates the sap, which I really like. Yeah, sure, I'll grab a Drain here. Cool. And then I think I'm going right and then upgrading the Drain and duping it probably. Like immediately. Yeah, seems fine. Hell's Banners. Well. Okay. It's an unnecessary amount of Ember, I think. But it's cool. Give me a -2. Alright, there's a -2. Now give me a double stack. Holdover. Holdover Drain is not messing around, actually. Holdover -1 Drain is a great finisher. It does screw up with some of the freezing stuff, but it is nice. It accelerates the turns early on where I'm going to be a little weak on dealing with Divinity sweep damage. It also guarantees I beat Diligent. I mean, we should take it. It's been shown we do the thing. Still, by the way, show me a double stack. Cowards. Cowards! I wanted to double stack my Alloy of the Ancients and dupe it. I mean, I am straight up going to make another Alloy of the Ancients. Don't think I won't, but it could have been better. Intrinsic. Intrinsic Alloy is actually kind of fun here, right? Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. Sure, I'll do it. You think I won't, and I'm going to make another one because, yes, as it turns out, I think this is a good card. I actually, believe it or not, what if I duped Inflame? Would anyone let me live it down? I'm going to dupe Inflame, and I don't think anyone can stop me. I clicked it. That's just going to be our run. We have plenty of everything. I have plenty of cards. I don't even have to really count them. I'm going to remove Welder Helper now because it's weird to have this guy. The unit does not synergize very well. Let me just cut him. It's fine. I guess I'm going to reroll the Trinket Shop. You never know what you see. Maybe it's good. Boon of the Blacksmith, unironically, is the take here because there will be things that probably walk on me. Although, I don't know. I do 1,000,000 damage here. Let's just take it to be safe, I guess. 55 is a good multiplier. I think we win no matter what. Let's go. 120 out of 100? Sure. This is a train of thought episode. I did check to make sure I wasn't completely throwing, and I think we're good to go. Wow. I think we're in a great place, actually. Cool. Yeah, we're in a good spot. And the Offering Monument Infusion actually doing huge work here. I will play it. Yeah. And then I'm going to ping out middle dude. Maybe I can ping that thing to death. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, this is a pretty good turn. So what you can do here that's even spicier is I can preserve the totem and play him next turn. Crazy. Is that... and he's free next turn? That might be nuts, actually. I'm going to burn the preserve on the offering guy We're going to drop the imp here. Then I get the ritual, and I can play all this other stuff out, which is pretty cool. And then the totem goes to 0 because, unbelievably, Titan's Claws are busted. And then we just incant the floor as low as humanly possible here. Okay. Let's see. Guy gets hit. 27. I don't think any incant in the front is going to somehow change this. I do think sapping the floor is better than dealing with these purges. So, oh no, my score. Yeah, we just take 10 and it's going to be fine. Oh no. I think it was super correct to do that. All right, and now I think we catch up, right? We play imp. I think we can drop both self-mutilations. I'm going to unnamed tome on middle, I think, actually. Stops that curse. We sap upstairs. And then we drain middle guy, which means I only take 3 damage to my totem and we're fine. Cool. We're chilling, in fact. Good job. I'm going to blast a torch out. Am I? What am I consuming here? Great question. Let's self-ping the imp, actually. We're going to flash freeze downstairs. I then can reduce everything to 0 here. I drew the imp, right? Almost forgot that that happens. Well, I'm going to then get the imp shot, I suppose. And I'm going to start sapping the boss a little bit. Plan for Relentless somewhat. Because I've already... If I sap the floor to 0, it's kind of whatever, right? Yeah, this is a bad draw, but that's okay. Burn that. We begin the sapping. It's good. I think we reduce everything perfectly to 0, and we clear the floor. Excellent work. We do enough damage here, and we are chilling. Good. Great. Fledgling Imp. We play One Horn's Tome here. We inflame here. And I sap the boss. Good. We get the extra multi-strike, which doesn't threaten me in any way, and I think we are fine. Great job. Honestly, good work. We're going to burn Torch. Then I'm going to Offering Token out the Fledgling Imp again. I Ritual, I Self-Ping, and I Drain downstairs. Boss has 23 sap. He's not doing anything to me. He is going to absolutely just pass away. Which is great work, honestly. Let's burn Flash Freeze, I suppose. Sure. Seems good. Guy is attacking into spikes, so I think that's okay with me. Sure, yeah, no problems. I take 3, it's fine. And I mean, we win. Easy mode. Great work. Play curses out. We just keep sapping. I take 3 damage in the entire combat here. Great. It's just from that light wings. Otherwise, we just crumble them, which is perfect. Cool. 10 damage, well calculated, well worth it. And I think Divinity looks even easier, honestly. I don't see how this goes wrong for me. This Titan's Claws is going in the thumbnail. Titan's Claws popping off really is the name of the game. Good turn. Great turn, in fact. We do Lodestone Totem. I immediately drop Alloy. Sap here. I hold the Preserve. The Preserve exclusively is to avoid, oh no, I drew both on turn 1, which did not happen. So I think we're cruising. 5 damage incoming. I'm not worried about it. This is okay. And the next turn will be even better because I have them both in play, which is all my card draw. Yeah, great. We preserve. One Horn's Tome is the angle. We're going to Fledgling Imp. Ritual. we begin popping off, is the way we describe this. Yeah. Great job. And we have enough hits to clear the floor. No fear. Cruising. The other nice thing about this is I have so much armor on my guy in the back that there's really no fear here, right? Yeah, I'm not worried about him accidentally losing health, which could have been a problem. Anyway, I'm going to unnamed tome chains here because I don't want his curses. I have a friend attacking into spikes, and we have enough extinguish triggers here that I think we just keep shooting the enemy. And we sap here. Good, great, 30 sap. I already think we win Relentless. Now it's just a matter of killing the floors, which shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. We just sap everything to non-existence. We ping out one enemy. Good. Everything is sapped to 0 here. The spikes is obviously a pain. I'm not a huge fan of it, but 12 is not too bad. If he starts getting too low, then we'll start thinking about, hey, how do I not let my guy pass away? But for the time being, we just lean into it. I feel no fear. Yeah, no fear whatsoever. We might actually pre-relentless with how many hits we have on the floor, right? It is entirely possible. Hey, Inflame. Look at Inflame go. Incredible work, Inflame. Might be worth it to shoot down the middle here. We might actually have stand a chance of dropping the conduit, which could be cool. If I drop the conduit, I feel reasonably good about it. I did let the imp live, which is, you know, a mistake, but it's fine. Right. We're actually winning on this floor, which is kind of outrageous when you really think about it. I can't believe that happened. Well, okay. All right. 6th hit is enough. The imp just attacks, dies. Everyone goes crumble, 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 win. So, hey, that's Monster Train. Let's go. We'll take the 2-turn boss rush. Don't even fight the second mini-boss, which stood no chance even if he had gotten there. But seriously, the Preserve plus Titan's Claws, kind of sick. Really, the big winner of this run was just being able to connect the Endless Imp with Brawler and a good front line. It's hard to go wrong, right? We'll go to the run summary. Yeah, I mean, truly, there are some cool individual combo pieces. Titan's Claws, like I said, plus the One Horn's Tome is awesome with Preserve. That 3-piece combo is really cool. I also think the intrinsic Preserve is excellent. I've mentioned this a couple times already, but in case you skipped ahead, the reason I love this with intrinsic is in case you draw both Lodestone Totems turn 1, you're golden. You just intrinsic permafrost one of them and then sit on it. And the best thing is, because of Titan's Claws, it becomes free. So actually sick. And then obviously Imp plus Brawler, excellent. The Alloy of the Ancients guarantees Prince lives in the worst of cases. Drain accelerates our sap, good stuff. So all things good. And then the rest of it is just, I guess, X5, a Ritual of Battle with -1/-1 on it. And you have enough scaling to win the run. So fair enough. That is a run of Monster Train, the video game. So that is 212 wins on the series. Excellent getting that number up there. And I suppose I will let you go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike. If you want, you can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.